Sorry, I may keep belching.
That's okay. So,
I don't know.
do you want to begin the second interview?
Okay.
Let me get a little closer to you. How'd you feel about the first interview? Did it make you nervous having that all on camera?
A little bit.
What made you nervous about it?
Well, you never know who's going to see it.
But I told you that you're safe.
Yeah, nobody's safe. That's a nice idea.
What?
It's a nice idea, but nobody's really safe.
I asked you last time, I don't think the camera got it, but if you felt any remorse about the people that you killed?
You know, remorse. No.
No remorse?
Well, no, because I mean, you live by code. You die by a code. It's that simple, really. It's not a matter of feelings anymore. It's a matter of there's a very rigid standard that you need to a sort of code of conduct, if you will. That if you behave by, and if you don't adhere to that code, then you want to flap your gums or whatever, then
Right.
you know.
So you have no remorse over the people you killed?
Well, again, we're going to go back to that whole thing, and I never said I killed anyone, and
Well, yes. You
have I gone to jail for
thought
killing
you did.
anyone?
Yeah.
No. Have I ever been convicted of murder? No. So, I ask you again, have you ever killed anyone? I don't,
This is your interview.
But you're asking the same question in a different,
No, I was asking you about if you felt remorseful.
I don't feel remorseful about anything I did, regardless of whether you call it killing or whatever you call it.
Do you feel like you were just doing your job?
Look, sometimes, yeah, I mean, obviously I was doing my job. That was my job. So, yeah, I did it. I don't know what you want me to say. Should I feel bad? That some scumbag who wants
Oh,
to
no, I'm not saying you
flap
should. I'm
his
just
gums.
wondering if you do.
There's a lot of people that are dependent upon our little, venture, and
Right.
if someone's going to go, I don't know, what do you want me to say about it?
I just want you to be truthful. You're safe here. It's okay.
Remorse, there's no place for remorse. What is remorse? Looking back and feeling bad?
Right.
Well, those people should have felt bad about wrecking other people's lives.
You mean like if they didn't want to pay for your protection, they should feel bad about that?
I don't think you understand the whole idea of protection.
Can you explain it?
It's very simple. There are undesirable elements in society on every level. And say you run a business, say you run a pizza parlor or something. There could be criminals who might want to come in and rob you. It could be gangs. It could be known street thugs. We know who these people are.
Okay.
All we do is ask you for a small contribution to what is basically a volunteer police force.
But it's not really voluntary because...
Well, it is. No, it is, because we choose to do it, so that means we volunteer. And if you don't pay, well, then sometimes bad things will happen to you.
Right, so it's not voluntary. It's...
Well, no. I don't know. What do you mean? Who's not volunteering?
Well, if they're not volunteering the money, then they get beat up. So that's not voluntary.
No. That's what you're not getting. They're going to get beat up if they don't pay.
Right.
You give them an example, a sample, if you will, of what will happen to them if they don't pay for protection. But if you pay, I guarantee you, there will be no physical harm will be um, look, basically,
enforced upon you.
well, yeah. So you can either look, you're gonna pay one devil or another, one way or the other. So you're better off paying the people who know who the devil is and where he lives and when he might come into your store. And if you don't pay, well then maybe.
Why are you cleaning the table while you're?
Uh,
Are you nervous or?
No, I have nothing to be nervous about. Again, I ask you. I mean, you can. I've never been convicted of any crime. Petty larceny, perhaps, but that's about it.
How old were you?
I don't know, 14 or 15. You know, it's. You know, a lot of people run afoul of the law in an attempt to pay for their.
Why do you keep opening that drawer? And the... Can you tell me about the story about when you got shot when you were 16 in the leg?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose why not, right? A lot of times, one of the things we do is we will, how would you say this, sort of commandeer maybe a truck. There could be a truck full of frozen chickens.
Okay.
Coming through the turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
It exits the turnpike and we wait and we stop the truck and we will maybe negotiate with the driver of the truck how much money you're getting paid to drive this truck for frozen chickens out of Newark into Manhattan. And then, in other words, we take the truck. Well, some of the union drivers got pissed off because they were losing money. It started to come down on them that they were losing loads, and it was suspected that maybe they were giving these trucks up. So this hero decides that he was going to fight for his. I mean, of all things to fight for, you know. This
Right,
guy's probably
chicken.
got a family. He's a truck driver. He's making good money. He's
Wasn't
probably
worth it.
Well, and he decided to jump out of the truck and discharge his pistol. It caught me, as you saw, right behind the knee on my left leg, and we actually, you know, it's funny because it I don't know if you've ever been shot.
No.
It's what you feel first is heat. It isn't really
Oh,
pain;
really?
it's heat. Yeah, and I said, I think I've been fucking shot. I think I've been fucking shot, and we all laughed and we looked at this guy, and he's still.
So you didn't believe it at first.
Well, he shot like 2, 3. I can't remember. It sounded like probably 2, 3 rounds, and one of them, like I said, hit me. He wasn't even aiming. He was just kind of, bravado. You know, hey, fuck you! You're not gonna take my fucking truck. Fuck you! You know. And we all laughed. I mean, and this guy, that was the dumbest thing because he doesn't know even who he's dealing with. So
Right.
he doesn't have the stones to deal with this shit.
Right.
We actually. We should have just taken him out right then and there, but we held on to him for a while. We kind of
What did you do?
had fun with him for a while.
What did you do to him?
Well, we put him in the back of the truck with the chickens. I mean, you think you're fucking brave and whatever, but
What did you do to him?
I don't actually.
What did you do
know.
to him?
Well, I don't know. You drop off the truck, and the guy was in the truck, and I don't know where he ended up. Maybe in a dumpster, maybe in somebody's King Pao chicken. I have no fucking clue.
Kung Pao chicken.
But
You mean?
he was piecemeal one way or the other. I mean, it was funny to us because we don't think that you don't shoot a gun unless you're gonna kill somebody. But this
Right.
fucking I remember hearing one of the bullets like glance off the truck. Like he was just randomly firing.
Right.
I don't know if it's a 32
Were you scared
or
or-
38 or something like that. It
Were
wasn't
you?
even, it was an old wheel gun. It wasn't even. It was a revolver for fuck's sake. No, I wasn't scared. I mean, it was minor. It was bleeding. It was no big deal.
Was it the first and only time you got shot? Was that the last?
I've been
time?
very fortunate. A lot of guys I know have been shot. Several times. Vital organs have been hit. And it's. A lot of people think it's easy to kill people with a gun. You just shoot them.